Hey, and welcome to Inacore Gaming. Today's video is Automation Empire, a game that came up on Steam. It's still early access, I believe. I believe this is still early access. I'm not 100% sure though. I better check my facts before I say things. But I think this is an early access game, which means it could change some more um, in time. Um, a lot of people, I've seen comments and stuff that this is the next Factorio or the next Satisfactory, because sort of Satisfactory was like the next Factorio. But anyway, um, and I've been playing for a little while now. This is a brand new map, though. I started a brand new one to do the video capture. But I've been playing a little bit, and there's sort of a, while this game is very similar to Factorio, it's also got at least one. There may be more, whatever, but there's at least one major difference between Factorio and this game, and that is, that's this thing right here. This is money, and it takes money in order to build things. Now, in Factorio, when you mine stuff, you produce resources, and everything in the game is built from the resources that you mine. So there is no cost, right? So, like in Factorio, I don't have to wait around on money. There are times when I have to wait around on resources to be processed, but never have to wait on money. But of course, in this game, money is equal to resources, so you are sort of waiting around for resources to be processed as well. In this game, it's just sort of a different way of doing it. What I have found is that there are various maps. When you start the game, you get a choice of starting on various different worlds, and each world is a different map. And they have some that have valleys, and they have some with water, and there's icebergs and various things. This map is just a big old flat plain map. So here's the plain area, right? And this is the easy map. This is like, they sort of say like the creative map, if you will, because basically, all your resources are laying around on the outside, and the inside is completely open. And so this is the map that lends itself to the engineer in my heart that says, okay, good, great, we'll compartmentalize. Each part will do its separate thing. It'll be modular, interchangeable, scalable. That way you can scale up. You got to start small, but we want to scale up until we've incorporated all of the resources in, all of these resources in. But what we'll have to do is we will have to make it like it's easily divided up into this. This would be a cell, right? This would be a module. These four would be one module. These five are a module, right? Five of those. Six of those right there. Five more of those. Here you have oil. Oh, goodness. A lot of oil. Look, all of your oils right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12 oil all in the same spot. That'll make it very easy. See, because what you have to do is potentially combine these. And so you make each one a pod processing, and then you enable that to go to the area where there's a combiner, and then the combiner sends things out to the cell, because you have to have this constantly going in order to build up money. So since they've already got it started right here, I mean, the best thing to do would be build straight across the map, bring everything to the center. But what we'll do is we will make we'll just have to make this spot our transportation corner. That's what we'll do. Pause this, destroy this. Okay, now do we want to, let's see, let's go all the way back to here. Like that. Okay, now we will, do we want to turn immediately? Looks plenty long enough. So then if we go here, it's 1, 2, could just go right in. Might be better to give it some room though. Little room. What's better? Right in? I think you could probably just go right in. Like that. Okay, for right now that will do. And so now I had the desktop audio on, and so I'm not sure. We'll have to look at this video and see if it messed up the audio part way through it. I just suddenly noticed it was on. So I have enough money now to put. So, but what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to build a loading station. Okay, so I skipped ahead a little bit just to get you to this point. So, I mean, I don't think you need to sit and watch every little thing I do, right? So, I've put in all of the mines. We need to sell a truckload. See where we've gone below what our threshold is. So we can't buy or do anything right now. But we've created a loading station here connected to the mine. Much more efficient than having one robot go back and forth. Well, it will be as soon as we get more than one robot. Shoot, I'm not going to cover my expenses. $100. Well, I can sell that. It gives us 15,000. And that will let us put this here, and it will allow us to buy 3 new bots. That should load the truck much more quickly. Now I'm going to pause it there. I'm going to get rid of this. Because I want to get rid of the road there. I'm going to move this. I want to let me put one there. I don't have 10,000 credits. Okay. Alright, so I've got to sacrifice another well. How could I have it, destroy it, and not have enough to put it back? Don't know. High priority. I just wanted to move it to get it closer so the robots didn't have to travel so far. think that truck was supposed to come out that quickly. So I think we've got plenty of production now to allow us to have 2 of these. This guy's coming a lot faster than I can handle at the moment. Got as many bots as I can hold right now, but I really wanted to build these. Of course, I'm not using that, so I'm not using the resource up that I've got, as evidenced by the fact that the train is only emptying 3 or 4, right? So I'm not moving product yet, so these are okay to stay gone. But if I need to move more product, then I'm going to have to have more robots. So we're going to slap another one of those down. That'll give us 4 more robots. We appear to be catching both trucks now, so that's good. Check our weight. We're up to 60 kilograms. We've already made 54, so that's going to be a little bit of a jump. For the month, this little bar is going up. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it, yeah, you can see it growing. And that'll be the end of a month when it reaches here. And this is, I think these are payments, power payments that you have to make. We're doing well. We've made 58 and it's only cost us 59. 58,000, it's cost us 5,900, so we're making like 1,000% profit, something like that. Little worker bees. Everything seems to be going right along on this. It allows us to move on to our next project. Okay, I'm gonna probably pause the video here and do some scouting around, get my thought process, what's next. Really what we have to do is we have to unlock this, which means we need research. So I'm going to create a research area. This is our transportation corner. We're going to make a research area, maybe right in here. Right in here somewhere. Yeah. We'll make us a research area right in here somewhere. Of course, the first time we won't, but anyway, stay tuned and just hang on, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, and we're back, and for right now, all we're going to do is we're going to have just one science center going. But what we will eventually do is we will come out here and we will build ourselves a research facility. Now you can't place it down because you already have one. So you can only place one down close to that one. But what we'll end up doing is we'll come in here and we will go stamp, 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 stamp. About six of them to start with. And then we will build a rail around it, and we will build an unload station. And then whatever we want to bring to it, maybe we'll build the unload station over here somewhere. We'll have to figure that out. I think we'll have to look. I'm going to stamp these down, maybe like bam, 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 bam. So it'll be right here. So we'll have an unload station on this side of it. Maybe in the middle. We'll see. And then that's all it'll be. It'll be a fairly small structure, really. And then whatever we want to bring to it, we'll just we'll hook the unload station to individual spots and bring whatever we want to the research area. And it'll never have to be moved around and stuff. It can just always be in that one spot. And then we can bring iron to it. We can bring coal to it. We can bring gold to it. We can bring oil to it. And then we'll always be able to research those things, and eventually when we get to research the things that we make, we'll research them as well, and we'll all do it right there at that one spot. That's my vision anyway. For now, just to unlock some of these things, we've got to have some research. So we're just researching iron ore, which doesn't give you, the better the iron, the better the stuff, the better you get, but that's all we can do now. I don't know, iron and coal probably about equal in terms of how much research value you get from them. Now I'm moving more product than, see how my thing is going empty here? You can see that it's going empty, right? Boom. So that means I'm moving more product than I'm bringing. So that means we need to go back and reinsert this well. Got to give it some room to run. Put in a station for it. Make sure it's long enough. Oh yeah, okay. So that adds another well, another coal well, which is kind of weird, but that's what that is a coal well. So everything appears to be going pretty well. Just watching the train count to see if it's actually, looks like the cart number looks like it's perfect. It's actually filling the entire train up each run. It's an unusual thing, but it appears to be doing exactly what it needs to do right now, which is bring all that it can. We're still going empty here. We could add this other one back in as well. But if we do that, I think we got to add at least one more cart, maybe two. Because this one seems to be filling up on 4. It's definitely still going empty though. So it gets 3 more. How many? So these, that's 1. How many do we have on here? We got 8. So 4 of them are filling up 8. So we got to add 2 more, right? That's what it certainly sounds like. Oh man, come on. Just pause it for a second. While I get this right. Okay, then it has to come past far enough. Alright, let's see if that works. Now we're just seeing how much is it going to load it full? It's not long enough here. And it's still filling it up. So that's 2 more carloads, which should be 8. Should be 8 cratefuls, because each car holds 4 cratefuls. Okay, we're back. Good to be back. Things are progressing pretty well. The next thing we've got to do is collect our science, and we should have plenty now to go in and unlock the refinery. The refinery and the factory, both. It doesn't go into, but it unlocks the factory as well, and that's important because there are some things that can only be built inside. So now we have the refiner and we have the factory. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to modularize this in the most efficient way I know. So we have to have a factory. I'm trying to figure out the exact size for it. And so the way I do that is I'll show you the process how I'm going to do that. What I've got to do is I know sort of how I want to go about. Oh, too high up. Anyway, here and here, and so then we will put a cart path here for the output and one here for the input. Then we want to move stuff the question becomes, I don't think you have any choice but to use the large ones in here. So that would be like this and here, and then you would hoover up some stuff off the track, go into here where you would have to have these things. Four of them. Probably four of them. Which means this one's 4 or 3. If you do that, you got to move over. See, so you see, here's my design process. And I can already tell that this is too short. This is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 across appears, at least for now, appears to be wide enough. 10 across is wide enough. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This way it's not. It's probably going to have to be, let's see, it's 9, 10. Let's make it 12. Give it 3 more. Make it 12. So we're going to demolish this. Okay, so now you see my, and then see, then I'll come back and I'll say, okay, I make one that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 10 by 12. Is that the way I want it? No, I want it the other way, right? I want it 10 by 12, like this. Right. Okay. And then we just go back in and we put the rails back in and we work on the design process. So I'm going to pause it there and I'll be back and we'll show you that completed project. Okay, and we're back, and so the design process continues, but we've got the right size, it appears. This is a 10 by 12 factory. We've used the large ones. What happens is that 5 wells will give you more than this can handle, but it won't do 2. If, on the other hand, you build instead of these big ones, you can make a build with small ones. The small ones, these smaller containers, you can make a build with the smaller containers. And you still won't, I mean, in it, you can customize it so that you have as many as you need to be just ahead of what your wells are producing, right? So you you might need 4, or you might need 5, right? It takes 3 of these to make 1 of these. So maybe you'll need 3 and 1, 4 of these, 4 of the little ones, maybe all that those wells need, or maybe 5, right? This is automatically 6, 3 for here, 3 for here is 6, so you never really know how much is really working through this one, uh, but but it's a more compact build because three of these would fit, maybe wouldn't even fit in here when you build them, and 4 or 5 it would be much bigger factory. So I think if we route all this together, it won't matter how much goes into this, spills into this one. Okay, well, I'm going to let my money build up some more, and then I'll come back and show you what had the finished product here. Hang tight. Here's the finished design. So we'll be bringing in on the input side over here, we'll have, this will be the primary mover. This will be a redundancy just to take the overflow, but it'll both be routed back into here. This will be a large train that we'll bring in here that'll pull all this out and take it wherever we want. And this is going to be specific for this patch right here. And we'll do this exact same build on every patch. So that build will, this patch here will get a build just like that over there. And then when we need to take these refined products somewhere, we'll pull them out and take them over to the combiner, say, or to research, or the R&D over there, or the combiner to make something new, or whatever we need to do. So that's cool. And so what we'll do, the next thing that I'm going to do then is I'm going to put in the wells and build the cart path to get it in. And then the next thing we might do after that is we may build our science area. If we have enough money built up, we'll build our science area, route this to science over there, and start really building up the old research points to do a lot of things with research points. Okay, I think I may end the video there. Hope you've enjoyed it. This is not my first playthrough, like I said. This is on the very open space. It's very modular. It's a very engineering build. I'm not an engineer, so I shouldn't say it like that, but it's a very methodical build. It's very compartmentalized and modular, makes it scalable. Those are all things the engineering side of my personality likes. My OCD likes the straight lines and stuff, right? So as much as possible. So the other maps that I've played are much more about fitting small things in and around each other so that you can move things where you need them to, because the maps are so much more broken up. They're not this wide open space that you can build in. You have obstacles you have to go around and over and things, and so those maps are less about, you have to sort of, I believe you have to be even more creative on those maps in order to get the things where you need them to be. And that's part of the appeal of this game over Factorio as well. Basically in Factorio you can just level whatever you want and make your factory whatever the way you want it. Here you sort of have to, you're sort of stuck by the terrain into doing other things. And it's kind of, it's different. To me it's a different game. They're very similar in ways, but I still find them to be very, very different in certain ways, certain aspects. But I enjoy the game so far. The reason I say that over and over is I'm going to stop comparing this game to Factorio because this game to me has plenty of merit on its own in how that you do your designs. And I haven't watched very many videos, so I don't know if my designs are. They may be overly complicated and inefficient. Eventually, I'll start watching other people play the game and check up on their designs, and the ones that I find to be more efficient, then I will use their designs, of course. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, leave a like and a comment. Let's consider subscribing to the channel. Subscribers, if you click the notification bell, you'll get notified when new content arrives. As always, I encourage you to find a place of worship where you feel comfortable and welcome. Attend it regularly with an open heart and an open mind, and I think that you will find that to be both a fulfilling and a rewarding experience. And I hope that you've enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see ya.